So this is just my thoughts about the college football rankings, and let me just tell you already. Yes, I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan, and at best, at best, we'll get the Fruit of the Loom Bowl. We're not getting no top tier bowl, but it would be nice if we can bump off Ohio State. Obviously, Miami Hurricanes are up there. That's gonna be interesting how their season goes. Alabama's lurking at 5-1. You know how the powers that be. If you're Indiana, you better win outright. If you're BYU, you better end out. And the teams that don't carry the cachet better win outright because they're not going to get the bump. The powers that be are going to clearly want. They're going to clearly want to have it be Ohio State and Miami in some form of capacity. They got to have a money team. And Ohio State right now looks almost like are they unbeatable at college? It's sickening because they won different ways and they've looked really good. Their defense is looking good. But of course, as a Michigan Wolverine fan, I'm hoping we can knock their butt out later. But sometimes you got to look at college football and think, man, is it just fixed? It just seems like the fix is in. Why do you even bother? Do you have any hope? It's so crazy when I look at what's going on. It's like, man, this college football season is already like it's bananas. You just look at some of the teams and you look at some of the things that are going on, and you'd be very hard pressed to, you're looking at these teams and you're thinking to yourself, man, I don't know who's going to come out on top because you're really playing for second or third, but you never know. Someone gets hurt, you never know. But anyway, can anyone beat Ohio State right now? And Ohio State's playing really good. They look really tough. Their defense, their offense is coming through. I know everybody was starting the year off looking about what Arch Manning was going to do, but Texas is looking ordinary. A lot of like Georgia lost. A lot of teams. There is parity, but what kind of parity? Does it mean that somebody that's a second tier team could come along and make a snatch it? I don't know. I don't know. Because it's basically until Ohio State will lose a game. But college football right now revolves around what Ohio State does. It's like Ohio State and everybody else. I know as good as Miami has looked, I don't know if the Hurricanes are really that team. Time will tell. Indiana, you see Alabama's coming up. BYU is interesting. But teams like that, even if they win all their games, don't usually get rewarded with a top 5 or 6 slot for the playoffs. So, the day comes when they think there's going to be a team that's superior against the lemon or a team that's window dressing. So we will see. But, college football always gives you some form of hope if you think there's a balance. I think the way Penn State fell off bad this year and James Franklin getting let go and them being average, that really took a sting. Oregon is an interesting team, but Oregon always tends to lose at 1 or 2 games that they're not supposed to. And you know that the powers that be, they don't give them the same benefit they were giving Alabama. There's certain teams that get the benefit of the doubt. They can lose 2 games and they can still be a top 8 or 9. You lose 2 games, you might even see the top 25. You might just be off the screen. But Ohio State really is in the driver's seat right now. Once they got last year they had the luck of fate when they got to exact their revenge against Oregon and then win the chip. So I'm thinking they are the team to beat again. It pains me to say, but I got to be fair about it because we don't want to just be, dissing a team because we don't like them when we don't, but we got to give them their due when they win. So it's kind of like, but the college football season is always interesting. Teams are gearing up, seeing what teams do, how well they play, And I am curious as to some of these games about, how some of these teams will, their season play out, So, but college football season is, you have to think about it, it's halfway through. So, barring a choke job or something crazy, it's going to be Ohio State, but then who's going to be the other? And it's just one of those things that you just kind of shake your head, but, we will find out where it goes. We will definitely find out where it goes. We'll see, how the playoff system will play out. But if you got a college football team, let me know your thoughts and your takes. And who is your team? Are they playing for legit bowl or are they going to be playing for the Tonka Bowl, the Tofu Bowl? Because it's just going to be, we're going to find out. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for nothing. Please share the video if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out of time. Peace.